present perfect, right? So this perfect, 它的意思是跟他们一样。But if this is the present, 是现在时，那是吃东西是过去式，所以我的问题真的不是你有没有吃东西，是现在你饿不饿 ？Right? What I'm really asking is about the result. Maybe you ate, maybe you did not eat. I don't care. Right now, are you hungry? 你吃饱了吗？如果吃饱了，所以不饿。Right? That's what we're really doing with this grammar. So every time you see this idea, or have you eaten, or have you ever been to Japan? 这个都是一样的。It's all about there was an action. 那个动词是过去式的 right? The action is in the past. That's it. We don't care. What we want to ask about is the result now. Okay? 了解吗？
了解吗？
你了解吗？
不太了解。你了解吗？
Okay. So it's the same thing with boring and bored. I said boring.
Boring.
So for example, right now, are you boring or are you bored?
Are you boring?
问你啊。
No.
How do we know if we should stay boring or bored?
无聊。
Boring.
为什么？
因为他就 boring. 没有啦，我答不出来。Is ing.
为什么
Is 正在。
？Okay.
以前我老师教我 is 要 ing 哦。
All right. 为什么不可以说 grammar is bored?
哦，是过去了。id.
Okay, why?
哦 ，ed 对人 ，ing 对事。
错。
啊，不然。
That's the Chinese thing. That's the problem. 中文都是这样子。那个主词一定是人还是动物 ，right？ 所以中文的文法有动物跟东西的问题 ，right？ 英文都没有。所以呢，可以说 boring 还是 bored， 不一样的是 who bores who. If the students are bored, 是因为老师I'm boring you. 一直讲，right? If the students are boring,
他们很无聊。
then I'm bored. You guys, you just keep looking at me and I'm falling asleep, right? So, 是这个问题 Okay? So, every time there's a verb idea, 有动词的想法，它是最重要的问题，是谁错的，谁被错的 right? Who does what to whom?
是主动跟被动。
对 alright? 如果没有被动的，是受词的问题 alright? 因为受词是变成被动的助词 right? So, whenever you have that kind of a problem, that's the first sort of question. And that is what tells us about these ideas too. So, producing 是主词、动词、受词 right? But if we have product, 所以它是错了，它是只有这个被动的想法。So then we have to change this around. 它的主词跟受词有这个关系。Okay? So 问题真的是不是一个简单的问题，不是100简单的问题，是 很多的问题是，但是他们都有关系 ，they're all related. So when you try to understand one part, you have to put it with the others. 不是可以有第一个规则、第二个规则、第三个规则都是分开的，这样子不行。You have to put them together. 了解我意思吗？
我爆了。
要过滤。
So, it starts with questions.
IVE 是动词。
IVE 它是形容词。Because it describes it. If you are productive, that means you produce a lot. Okay? So 有很多的它后面的可以当形容词，可以当名词，有一些有不同的可以。Right? Well, active 它也有动词。
所以它是动词还是
Act 是动词。 Active 是
形容词。
形容词。
Why
IVE 因为有这个动词，我们要一个形容词，所以呢要加什么 ？OK IVE。
那为什么不是 ION？
因为 ION 是ION 是哪一个
？Action 是动词吗？还是动词
？Act 是动词，
对啊。
所以呢？
名词哦。
对，它是名词。So that's the thing.
这样我就用猜的。
When we take the verb 有动词，所以这个想法 we have this action, this idea 有这个动词 right? Right. We want to make a noun about the verb. So doing something, right? Then we have this directly, act into an action. 所以这个名词有跟动词很近的关系 ，OK？ 如果有动词跟形容词需要这个关系，所以可以这样子写的 ，right? If you are active， 意思说 you act a lot, you do a lot, right? Active 也是那个how do you say that？ 有 passive 是被动的 ，active 是哪一个？
主动。
主动，对，所以 active 是主动 ，right? If you do things, you act, you are active. Okay? But if we want this idea, 是这个想法是重要的，但是现在需要名词，所以呢，它不是它的名词，它是它的名词，所以呢。
所以你还带一个名词。
所以加后面的有这个名词就想法对。
然后还是被动的。
被动的是动词的问题。
对啊，就是好。
被动的是动词的问题，所以。
你们都听得懂吗
？IVE 跟 ION
不是啊，是 IVE 然后后面那个 TY 的部分。
我包人听得懂。
TY 那一边就我们在听着。
If you have an activity, alright, it is a time or a place when people are active. Okay?
这是别人在做。
The idea is when we have active, what is active? Okay, people can be active. We are active, we do things. We're not just sitting there, right? We're doing things. Now, if there's a special time or a place and we all do things together, we are doing things, we are active, it is an activity. 这个地方，这个事件是一个 activity. Okay? 因为它的重要的意思是这个 active 来的。Okay? One action is one thing you do. So, that's an action, right? But it's not an activity because I'm not active anymore, right? If I'm active and I do this and then I do this and then I do this and then I do this, then I'm active. This is an activity.
哦
Okay.
哦哦，好，
So we can add a lot of pieces. 有很多可以加，但是要了解它的意思，不是可以act 到 activity，这样子搞可以，不是这样子。You have to look at each piece on the way. Okay.
这 activity 是整件事。
Yeah, you're active. So when
然后
you are
但是
all
在
active.
想的过程，activity 是这件事情的怎么讲规划嘛，就是你知道要怎么做，但是你知道要怎么做，对，就那个想法而已。那 act 是真的有去做其中一件事，是动作，还有一个 activity 是整件事。
Activity is the time, the place when people are active.
老师我头好痛，我真的在想，我现在在烧脑哦。
All right, one more example. What about this one here? Productive.
真的听得懂吗？
一点点。
我觉得对我来说是一个大问题。
它跟它有什么关系？
因为题外。
为什么？有这个 productive 这个加 ity。
题外是名。
它是名词，对。所以它这个形容词 ，if you are productive, then you produce a lot， 可以很不错的 ，right？ All right. So how productive? How much do you produce? If you produce music, right? And every year you make one song, that's not very productive, right? If every year you can produce 10 songs, that's more productive, right? So, how productive are you? 这个想法是 productivity. So, high productivity, very productive, right? You produce a lot, right? Low productivity, not productive, right? So these go together. 这个想法是他来的，他是他来的。So 有很多了解，有很多 but you have to start acting. Find places where you can make the connection. 如果有一个关系可以自己了解，可以自己问为什么是这样子，开始了解，有可能了解错，没关系 right? The important thing is you start asking and you find a relationship. 所以这个两个字有这个关系 ，OK， 开始了解，这个关系这边也有吗？有可能 right? And then you start to find other places with the same relationship. Possible. You just have to look for it.
那我说 possible，
Okay.
那什么 possibility。
对 exactly. You've got the right idea. Okay. This one actually comes from a word which means it's related to power. If you have the power to do something, 有可能做的，我有这个办法，我可以做的 right? If I have the power to do something, then it is possible for me. So 有这个还有 able 跟 able 一样的，差不多一样的 alright? So, if something is possible for me, or it's just, it is possible, 有可能 So, 好，它后面加 ity， 这边有个问题，因为 possibility, oops, 难戳的，所以要加。